Hey peeps, it is Sonia, Emma, behind the camera. Say
wow,
hello.
that was cheesy.
Cheesy? What? Come on now.
Cheesy.
All right, I am so glad that you guys are here. Sonia Matt from Junk Monkey Paint Company coming to you live from Ligonier, Pennsylvania. Probably about 35-ish, 45 minutes just south of Pittsburgh. I want to know who's in the house with me tonight. I have got a flip planned. Man, that was hard to say. For you guys tonight, you want to see it? You want to see it? You want to see it? Right here, right here, right here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's great.
Last night, if you were here on the live with me, you guys heard me talk about this piece that I got for all of $25. And yeah, I'll tell you more about the story about that in just a second. But you can see, right? There's something missing right here. That's okay. I still loved it anyhow. Brought it home. You know, would you have gotten it for $25 if you were me? Would you have picked it up as well if you saw it? I mean, if you went through this thrift store and you saw this, would you bring this home with you? Tell me. Tell me, okay? So anyway, tonight, you guys know, for anybody who are joining us live, that we love to give new life to old things through the power of paint. And tonight we are using, check it out, we are using our Everlove just launched milkshake milk paint, okay, all natural, just like they used to make it back in colonial times and even earlier, back even into the caveman days of drawing it with your fingers on the caves, okay? So we're gonna go get all ancient tonight.
Diane Ham is checking in from Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Diane Ham!
I gotta ask her because
Is she a ham?
my friend Lori Welsh.
Let's ham it up.
Yeah, my friend Lori Welsh is a DJ up there at Pixie 103.
There you go.
And
Maybe
I'm curious if Diane knows Lori Welsh at Pixie.
She might listen to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour out some milk paint, get it started. You guys know the milk paint comes in the true form that milk paint should come in, which is powdered form, okay? And for those of you who follow me, I got these really cute teaspoons. I said spoons right? Teaspoons.
Yes.
At my Dollar General store, which I'm in love with because it's got a cute little monkey on it, right? Matt's told me that he wanted to see how long I would actually be able to keep them all together. I've actually succeeded, all right?
Yeah, that's because you lost it.
So all right, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, maybe I did, okay. All right, so I'm going to do this piece tonight. So I was like, what color should I do it in, guys? And I can see it in a green. What do you guys think? Could you see it in a green? I'll show you guys the colors that we have. Do you want to show them the two colors I'm going to mix tonight, okay?
What two colors? I don't even know what colors.
Well, I'm going to tell
using.
you, just trust me.
Wait, stop everything. Hi, Linda. She said hello, Sonia. She didn't even mention me.
What? Oh, getting a side eye from Linda. We love you, Linda. We're just joking with her. Over there, you'll see the colors of green that we have.
Which one are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna work with the Mossy Rock. Do you see it up top?
Mossy Rock.
Yeah, Mossy Rock. Of course, I'm from Newfoundland, Canada, where we have lots of mossy rocks, okay? And then go down with the Irish eyes. Do you see it there?
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah. It's like almost like a Kelly sort of green, right? That Irish green. You know, guys, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and work up a concoction tonight using those two colors. So the last few nights that I've been painting.
A concoction.
You know what I'm talking about.
A concoction.
So don't make fun of me. So the last few nights, I've been working with full strength milk paint, right? That means like the full, like whatever color comes in the bag, right? It comes like this here. And so you just rip it open and away to go. It does last indefinitely, okay? And you can actually just work up as much as you need. So you can get little spoons and you can put out as much as you want. I'll show you how I make the paint. But tonight I'm going to do a concoction of sorts because I'm going to blend the two together. So here's the cool thing. We started with 20 colors of milk paint and just don't feel like you have to be like I'm stuck with these
Diane
colors,
says
right?
she is real green eggs and ham, and she said yes, she listens to that.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go.
So
yeah, me and Lori go way back.
So we are going to do this is a teaspoon, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. Or maybe it's a tablespoon. What is this in monkey terms?
What is it?
What?
TPS?
Let me see.
What's this?
The monkey says it is a tablespoon, okay? The results are in. Okay. The monkey says it's a tablespoon. I had to double check. I'm dealing with a chef here behind the scenes, so he's probably like, what the heck? So all I'm doing is taking a tablespoon.
Linda's like, she's surly tonight.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, scandalous.
I know.
All right, so we're doing a tablespoon of each color into the mixture. So you can basically do whatever color you want, right? You can make it up and do whatever. So to do a test, You could put a little bit of each color in. So if you want a pink, just do a little bit of red, a little bit of white. Get it to the way you like it. And then know how many tablespoons you use to get it if you want to create more of it, right? That's all you've got to do to do your custom color. So it's just made with milk solids and earth pigments.
Try to keep it in the jar.
I know. I know. Lucky for me, I know
hey, Rini.
I can get access to more, so we're okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a bunch in here. So we always say half of the pigments to half of the water to create your paint, just like they used to do back in the old days, all right?
Yeah, 1 to 1.
Yep, you got it. 1 to 1. It's like a big old tie. I'm going to add a little bit more because I have space in my jar. Tonight I'm going to use a mason jar because I can definitely blend it a little bit better. When I first started with you guys, I was showing it to you on paper plates so you can really see it blend together and see it before your eyes on just a white tray. But honestly, I'd recommend that you do it in a jar, okay? So I think I'm good right there. We'll see where we get. You know that you can add more to thicken, less water, whatever you want to do, right, to make that look. So now what I do is just grab my water. This is just the base of my spray bottle, nothing fancy. And I'm going to do the very same thing. So how many did I do? Was it 4? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I don't know. All right.
See, this is my OCD kicking in.
There is no OCD about this.
It is, because you know why?
Oh, why?
Because, you know, the chef me.
Rice.
Is you,
rice, right.
You always have
there we go. Perfect.
2 spoons.
Yep.
1 spoon for the dry team and 1 spoon for the wet team.
Right.
So the dry team doesn't stick to the wet team.
Me, they're all one big team, okay?
I know, it kills
They all
me.
get along. They all get along, okay? So yes, I am this person that, like, you know, I'm like, let's just like do a casserole, okay? Can we do a dump recipe? He's like got it all laid out. So this is what I did, guys. I put the dry mixture into a mason jar. These whisk, by the way.
People said 6.
They will be added. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Somebody was, you know what? You can see how thick it is right now. And I was going to say to myself, I think I'm going to add a little bit water. So just do equal parts. But know that just like I am not being crazy with the cheese
everybody's
whisk.
paying attention except for us.
Yeah, right? So just so you don't, you know, get all OCD about it, you can make your paint to the consistency that you want.
Dry sticking in the corner.
Okay, we'll get it. I'm going to stick my brush down there in just a second.
I know, it's you know me.
All right, no worries. I'm going to whisk it up, okay? I'm going to whisk it up, all right? So, and it will continue to, like, if I just leave it sit for a little bit after I've stirred it, what's going to happen is all the paint pigments just disperse through the water and the paint comes to life. And before you know it, you start it with plain powder. And then you got a nice little thing of a mason jar, right? Full of paint. So one of these mason jars is 16 ounces,
yeah,
right?
pint.
Yeah, 1 pint. So that was, what, 4 tablespoons? And I've got, with my water, I've got like somewhere right here, okay? Just to give you an idea of how far it goes. It goes a long, long way.
I'm going over to get some Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. All right, like I say, let me get that on my schedule. I'll let you know how that goes. There's more words like that people say that are the most ridiculous. Like,
it's like,
there's more. I just know there's more.
It's like
ruined. Yeah.
Ruined.
What about ask? That's one too, right?
Ask?
Yeah, my friend's mom, I forget how she used to say ask. It was like axe or something like that. I can't remember. Like different sort of way we say it, right? All right, so let's see how it's doing here. Let's see how it's doing. I think we got it good to go. These spatulas, no, they're not spatulas. They're whisk. These whisk will be on our website at junkmonkeypaint.com here in the coming days. We've got tons coming, okay? And they're the mini ones, so they're perfect for this.
Oh.
What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing, you know.
Tell me who's here.
You call, you know, you mislabel, you mislabel the kitchen utensils.
I do, yes.
You know me, it's like, so, anyway,
listen.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I mislabel the kitchen utensils.
Your sister-in-law
okay?
Julian's watching, your nan's watching.
And yes, I am wearing odd socks.
Margie's here,
I am that person.
Dixie's here.
Yay!
Linda, I said earlier, Lisa's here, Marlene Reed.
Nice.
Is here, or right, is here.
Nice.
Mary's here, Andrea Johnson's here.
Woo! We got everybody in the house.
Tess is here.
Hey,
Sean
Tess, how are
Ryder.
ya?
She said 2 of my favorite people.
Aw,
we're
we like
picking
you
on
too.
each other tonight,
You're
so
awesome.
we'll see here.
That's what happens
So
when
Melody's
as
checking in
we
from
do.
Illinois. Shelly, our buddy Shelly's checking in. Starla's checking in from Sturgis, South Dakota. Aren't you? Sturgis, Bike Rally. Connie's checking in from Michigan. Lisa's checking in from VA. Vicky loves it.
Aw, well, Vicky, just
Kathy-
wait. We're just getting started, girl.
Kathy Snyder's on. Dana Wilcox says hello, Matt. That's right. You know where your bread's buttered. Anyways, Tammy Cottrell's checking in.
I think I just snorted.
We had a check-in, and I missed it from
What?
from Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana in the
Yes,
house. Heck,
yes,
say hello.
yes.
We missed you. Say it again.
Hey, there's my buddy Menuda from out in California. I sent her a
how's that terrible towel?
Terrible towel.
Tell us, yeah.
Back.
So real quick, so you can keep talking, and so that way I can fill them in on what I'm doing.
Okay.
I just reached inside, grabbed a bunch of what we'll call firewood kindling now at this point, okay? So I passed up this piece because it was like a couple $100. And I'm sorry, I'm just not that person that would pay a couple $100. I'm just not that person. My budget for furniture is like 10 to 15 to 25, and if I pay $50, which is probably the most I've ever spent for a piece of furniture, it's got to be a dang good looking piece of furniture, okay, that I'm going to be able to paint. Because yes, I just said it, sorry not sorry, I do paint furniture, so be forewarned, okay?
Yeah, Ruby said, "Oh my God, is that antique? Paint it."
Yes, let's
she
talk
said,
about
"Paint it."
Oh yeah, all right, give me permission, ladies. All right, you know what I'm saying. There's always those people. But anyway, this is, what do you think, 1920s?
Yeah.
1920s hutch, shellac to heck. And what I mean with shellac is like that varnish, that glossy, like,
you can see it.
dear Lord have mercy, like somebody was.
Yeah, you can see it, like the bubbles.
And yeah, it's like glistening. You know what I mean?
You can see the like drips on it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, up there you can see a big old drip right there.
That's okay. We're gonna love on it, right?
Yeah.
So because it's missing the big thing in the center, the design,
Glass.
nobody was gonna take it home, right? And so it was marked in the $25. Hello, enter Sonia, and then we have it. All right. We're gonna make use of this piece. I'm gonna put some chicken wire in the front of it. Totally gonna turn it farmhouse. And here's the deal. The thing with the milk paint, you guys have been asking me, what's the difference between our chalky style paint that you don't have to prime or sand or strip with, and it just sticks really well to like things like metal and glass. Fake wood, real wood, you name it, okay?
And it's
now
like, it's getting like Lord of the Flies in there.
What?
They're going, do
paint
it.
it.
Yeah.
So I gotta tell you though, because this is like what I want to let you know. Because it is so super shiny, glossy. You know how I tell you guys that milk paint is the unpredictable paint. Okay, you never know what it's gonna do. So I could go and add some what we call extra bond, which we also sell on our website. So just let you know, you have control over that. Okay. We don't know. We're going to see where it goes. It might all chip off, and we might have nothing but this big old piece of varnish left, okay? But what we're going to do, I like how I have these sticks now. I feel like a teacher, right? So we're going to apply the paint in these sections right here. And what we're hoping for tonight is that paint will stay on, paint will chip off. I've got a few tips that I haven't showed you guys yet.
What's
so if you
up
are...
with the ovals? I don't know.
What?
It's just the design.
I don't know. But I'll tell you. You want to see the part that was in the door? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me just tell them first. I have to tell
Okay.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
So, true story.
Yeah.
When I say I am a junker and I will use every single piece, so the door was broken out. You can see part of it missing, but you see where I stuck it? Up there on my wall, okay? So I'm probably going to paint it in some fun teal pink color and incorporate it as just as a piece of decor for my wall. So I do love that look. Tell me if you do too, where you see people who have things like, it could be, I don't know, a chippy entire banister. It could be like stair railing, whatever, you know what I mean? Windows. Parts of the actual parts that made up a house that actually go on the wall and now are used as a piece of decor. That's pretty cool too, right? Let me put this over here because it does have small nails in it, and I do not like the feel of small nails in my feet. So tonight we are going to go ahead and brush on our paint, okay? And I'm going to show you tonight, I'm trying a brand new brush that I'm super, super excited to try. Let me stir my paint just a little bit. So you guys know that I love my shabby chip brush for the distress style, right? I'm going to go with more of an all-over coverage today. And I'm pretty excited because I got to talk with the actual owner of this company today, who is in the Netherlands. Anybody in the Netherlands on watching tonight?
I have mine, and isn't that weird?
It's so bad. It's called the Klingon, all right? And maybe it's because I've been having Klingon in my brain. I went home last night, true story, and I watched some Star Trek.
Well, I slept.
Okay.
Thank
Anybody
God
else watch Star Trek?
Thank God I did not wake
Anyway,
up.
I don't speak Klingon, but I do in that kind of way, right? So anyway, I'm going to show you. This is actually called a wet brush, and so if you want more all-over coverage, I'm super excited to be able to work with it. And it'll be added to my website as well coming up once they arrive from the Netherlands here in probably about, I don't know, maybe about 10 days or so, okay? So let's go ahead and put it on and get started. Okay, wood lovers, look away. Be forewarned. This is your warning. This is your warning. It's about to get all hot and bothered in here because this piece of furniture is about to get a whole new look. Okay, transformation is about to happen. You ready?
Oh.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you like this green color? Remember, we did 2 and 2 of each color to be able to get this particular custom color we want. So when you use the milk paint, just know you can do whatever the heck you want. Now, I like me some green. I gotta tell you, I like me some green. And I'm liking me the all-over coverage. So I'm gonna go for more of all-over coverage versus the shabby chip brush.
That almost is working like it has the hippie juice on it.
Yeah, right? Because we don't know what it's going to do.
It scares me.
Why is it scary? Listen.
Because you know
okay,
me.
I'll tell you a trick, okay, to put your mind at ease. So let's say, for example, I paint this, and we know that with the all-natural paint, it behaves whatever way it wants to, right? So we never know how much is going to stick on, how much is going to fall off. But if I put this first coat on and it dries, and literally it's chipping off in big pieces, and I want it to be more all-over coverage, my second coat that I put on a paint, I can then at that point, if I want, add some extra bond, okay? So we do have that in our back pocket because we don't know what's going to happen. But I don't know about you, but I'm up for surprises. Anybody else?
I don't like surprises.
You don't like surprises?
You know I don't like surprises.
Oh my.
I like being the surprise.
Yeah.
I don't like surprises.
You know what? I kind of like surprises when it comes to like chippy surprises, that sort of thing. But I don't like it when you like buy gifts for me and then keep them and then like tell me that you have them and then you hide them from me.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt is that person that would be like, I got your gift today. You did?
Yeah,
What
a week
it?
before Christmas.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's
Get
a
it.
week, man.
Get
I gotta
it.
wait an entire week and know that I'm living in the house with some. And I told him last night, you do give nice gifts. So it was like, you know, why would you do that to me?
Damn straight I get good gifts. Yes, Michelle, we are using Junk Monkey Milkshake milk paint.
Yep. So this is half and half. It's like when you go to Tim Hortons, right? I'm a Canadian girl, so you know, you do your double.
Where's that, Neva?
What?
I hate the idea of painting antique unless it's not repairable. Oh. Neva, this show is for you. Watch it and burn.
Yes.
Burn.
Girl, welcome to the Junk Monkey.
See, this is what I love about
show.
this. All these the people come on here and complain about painting furniture would never buy this furniture in the first place.
Probably not.
They don't.
Yeah.
And yet they have the.
We're gonna do some work and we're gonna make it.
They have
beautiful.
the Wavos to come on here and criticize other people for trying to save a piece of furniture.
We live in the world of just what we call the keyboard warriors, right? People who will never say it. Yeah, say it, you know, to your face, but they're almighty empowered to be able to say it online.
Married to Paula's in Staten Island. Hey, Staten Island! I have friends in Staten Island. So, yeah.
Long Island is where the Long Island medium is from.
Well, Long Island too is where I go do radio, you know. So
I would love to go see the Long Island medium.
I don't think that's going too well because she just got divorced.
I
and
saw that. How did she not see that coming?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. God, I'm so bad.
That was like
so
Miss
bad.
Cleo when
So
she got
bad.
in trouble. You know, when she got the FBI on her.
Oh, I remember.
How did
her.
she not see that?
Right. Yeah. What do you guys? You think that I made a good choice with the green?
Right.
I mean, it's a bright, vivid green. I mean, you know, you could go lighter if you want more of a sage color.
Right.
But for me, it's like, I like me some color, okay? And the people who know me and shop my shop know me for color. So you guys probably follow us because we do lots of fun colors, right? Yep. So I'm not going to fill in this section just yet because I want to get this all painted around here first, right?
Right.
But what's people saying? Do they like the color I've selected?
Oh yeah, they're loving the color.
It's fun, right?
Somebody says it's like a John Deere green. Yeah, you're kind of right about
it's
that.
like that. It is like a, you know, like a Kelly John Deere. Can you see it with the light? Is it working out okay?
We didn't prime. Actually, I turned the light off because it was like.
Do you want to point it this way a little bit?
It was like.
See if they can see the color.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah. So, anyways.
There we go.
We haven't primed this. This is kind of we're going a heavy shellac piece of furniture that we're just going right on with milk paint to see
what it does.
How the milk paint acts. You got some. There you go. You got it.
Yep. Working my way. I'm going to put a second coat on it, and then of course I'm going to buff and polish, right? So I don't get too
you can
crazy.
paint anything, hinges, whatever. You know,
with me.
that's a certain look, right?
Yeah, right. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to go and do some distressing and make it really cool. I'm going to antique it, guys. So I'm going to give you a special tip tonight for antiquing that I'm excited to tell you about. So you can make your paint as thick as you want, as thin as you want. It's really up to you, right? But the cool thing is that, you know, it doesn't cost a lot to be able to do something like this. So if you got a piece that even belongs to somebody in your family, or, you know, it's been in your garage or your basement, wherever, like, take it out, put some paint on it, and make it part of your family.
Well, that's funny. The John Deere green, you know, green is probably one of the original farm colors growing up in farmlands here and growing up on the farm. A lot of stuff was painted this type of green, darker, reds. A little bit light, rusty reds, because that's what they had.
Yeah.
on hand. It was utilitarian, and they painted certain things, certain colors, and whatever they had left over, they just brought it into the house. So,
do you know? I read one time that what they used to make that barn red out of?
Rust.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They take rust and they add it into like their milk solids and stuff like that to give that pigmentation of the red.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was so cool. You know, coming up with pretty much anything. But let me just tell you that painting furniture, this is not a new thing. This has been around for a long, long time. I mean, how many people out there can remember maybe their grandmother, you know? I know my grandmother would paint things in pink and purple and blue and, you know, every year, every season she'd change it out because, yeah, it's a cheaper way than having to buy all new furniture.
We don't always paint the hinges. Actually, with the milk paint,
it's going to chip.
It's going to chip, so most of it's going to come off of there anyways.
So what I like to do, I mean, that's just like a brass one, which goes really good with a color green, right? Who agrees that, you know, the brown, the green? Yeah. So imagine that once this dries and I go do some chippy action with it and we see what happens with it, and we get some chicken wire going down here. You've got the brown interior. You're going to have brown out here, like the speckles, as we call it, the chippiness, right, that's going to happen out here. So the brown and the brown will tie together. I'll do some distressing right here to kind of bring some of that brass that will come through to really, really look good with the piece, right?
Why do you choose milk paint versus the chalky paint? Well, it's our new product, and we're getting acquainted we experimented with it, but now that we have it, you know, for sale, we want to know everything about it. So,
so when you guys ask us, how does it perform?
We're kind of like this is kind of like we're going out on a date, you know, kind of filling things out.
Oh, I want to hear about this.
You know, going to get a couple milkshakes.
We're filling things out? What the heck? What does that mean?
Okay, never mind. Bad.
You are on day 4.
And of course your mom and dad jump on.
It is after dark. Yes. Hey, mom and dad.
Yeah, they said, your mom said, Nan Whalen loved painting.
Yeah, right? She used to paint all kinds of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now I'm going to move some of these pieces. I cut some chicken wire earlier.
Maggie says decoupage the ovals with some paper.
That would be cool, right? We did that with the trunk last night.
Yeah.
Who saw the trunk last night and who didn't? You can give them a quick tour of the trunk if you want. It's over there while I'm doing this.
She always does this to me.
What?
She makes me...
Come on, walk for it. Walk.
I'm walking over here.
Find it?
Well, yeah, it's right here. Well, here was the trunk from last night that everybody got to see.
It broke the internet.
Yeah, it broke the internet. It broke some other people, too. I think they're getting their anxiety medications right now as we speak.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So now I'm going to do the side.
So how are you liking the brush? That's the question that's coming in.
I love it. I love this brush. It's awesome to use. It's very nice for cutting things in. Gives me that nice all over coverage pretty darn quick. And so if you can imagine, if I splash on a second coat of paint on top of here, it's going to just be really, really quick to be able to do it. So I'm loving it.
Well, just remember, people in the area who are in driving distance, everything that we paint on here, for an example, we are selling it at a super cheap price.
Yes. We have so much space.
The sunflower table is $65.
We have a couple people.
Yeah, that are interested, but nobody has paid.
Yep.
So first come, first serve. The trunk, how much is the trunk?
I don't know. What do you think we should put on it? Let's do
35, 40.
Let me think here for how much work I put on it. I would say if somebody wants to make the famous trunk theirs, I will let the trunk go for $48.
$48 on the trunk if you're interested.
There you go.
What's those
you can have the famous trunk.
Klingon brushes cost?
The one that I'm using right now will be $20. And it's one of those paint brushes that stick with you and stay with you. And it's considered a wet brush, which means that it's self-cleaning and you actually preserve it in water. So it's completely different from what you would think about normal brushes to use. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. You suspend it in water when you're done. The paint will fall off with the type of brush that it's made, like the type of materials that it's made from. And you just kind of swish it around, pull it out, but you keep it wet to keep it in great shape. And it should be one of those brushes. I mean, obviously brushes give out over time, but one of those brushes that stay with you for so long that you'll probably be very sad to see it go. So it's It's considered one of the top of the line for furniture painters.
We are in Ligonier, Pennsylvania.
Ooh, I love that.
We're in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, right off the Diamond, and right on the main shopping district here. Come visit our 60-plus shops and boutiques selling everything.
Get some ice cream.
Get some ice cream.
Visit us.
Get some beer. Get some stuff.
Root beer.
We're 45 miles southeast of Pittsburgh.
Yep. Love that.
Off of exit 91 on the turnpike. So there you go.
So
Laurel
this is my
Highlands,
first light coat. So yeah, these brushes are coming in from the Netherlands, and I'm super excited. Got to talk.
Will you have
with
the
gentleman
angled
today.
Klingon brush?
Yes, we will, and the round ones, and so all the good ones, so you can get it all in one spot.
Unfortunately, with the furniture, we ship everything else. We do not ship furniture. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just so expensive, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, unless you absolutely positively want it, and then but just be willing to know that you'd probably have to spend a couple $100s to get it shipped to you, right? Depending on where you are.
Yeah.
But if you see something you absolutely want, you're willing to spend that amount, just email me at jugmonkeypaint.com. That's the only reason why I really don't, advertise shipping is because it's so expensive.
Hey, just to let everybody know, if you're coming, there's a lot of people coming in. They're saying they're coming to visit the town. If you've been here before, you know the beautiful Diamond. It's undergoing some renovation work. They're bringing in some new trees, and they're actually, it's a huge project. It's $3.2 million project on the Diamond. New seating, new bandstand, the whole 9 yards. So anyway.
Who saw that video I put up this summer where I walked up from the shop, went to the gazebo in the middle? You guys keep telling me, you'll message me and tell me that you're coming to visit and you feel like the videos that I show of the town makes it look like Stars Hollow. You know what I'm talking about from the Gilmore Girls?
Oh,
and
God.
it's true!
Yeah,
It's true.
It's a nice time.
By the way, I'm going to answer a question because I keep getting the same question. I forgot to do it last night.
What?
People ask what these things are behind us.
Oh, the boxes?
Yes.
Those are the boxes that we need for the orders that are going to be going out here
You guys keep us
over
busy.
the next 2 weeks. Yes, we have no life.
Yes, you guys
This
keep
is
us
what we
busy.
do.
So our stuff goes all over the U.S. It is about to launch into Canada here once we finalize the website. And so that's super exciting. That's new, right? We've also changed up our website now so that for those of you who are familiar with the flat rate shipping of 6 in a box for $15, do you want to come over here? That now, you know what, there's no limit on that, right? We've been able to configure a shipping so you can just get what you need. And our system has been configured to be smart and figure out what box it needs and to be able to give you the best rate. So
The brush is called a Klingon brush.
Yep, like the Star Trek Klingons.
Mr. Flibbity Floo's back.
Oh, hey, Mr. Flippity
Somebody's
Floo.
getting the band hammer.
There you go. Tell him we don't want none of what he's got. Need to get away
That's
from
right.
here.
If you don't like it, move along.
There you go. You know what? That's what amazes me is people don't realize that. Well, number one, there's just an X in the corner that if it's really bothering you that much, I mean, if you're gonna cry in your cereal, then just X out.
Yeah.
But then, of course, if you need some help, because there are people that are just miserable and just need some help moving along.
And if
we
you're
do
one
have
of those,
something called the big fat ban button.
yeah, if you're one of those, I offer my services of life coaching that I learned in the Marine Corps to you, the civilian populace. So, and
Tough love, right? Tough love. Guys, I put 2 tablespoons, right? You told me 4. Into that.
yeah, right beside the cool whip.
In the cuvette, yes, absolutely.
Cool whip.
And I am almost finished painting 1 coat of this entire monstrous piece, okay? So that should kind of tell you how far the paint goes, all right? So in your mind, think pretty much rule of thumb is 1 package of the milk paint or pint of paint that you guys know with the chalky style paint to 1 standard size, like this would be a standard size piece of furniture, right? Now I'm not doing the inside, I'm doing the outside, but it still looks great. Let me go ahead and sneak down here and do the bottom just a little bit. Do you want to show them what the package looks like? Until I get back?
Yeah, Kimberly Earnhardt. The chalky style paint, you do not have to paint, prime, or sand. The milk paint is a milk paint. It's naturally chippy. If you don't want to sand, you would purchase extra bond
You can show them what
with
it
it.
looks like.
So,
You
anyway.
want to show them what
Linda Bowery says, "My God, Matt, you are hysterical." Well, thank you. I just think that the world would be better some people's parents hug them more, or they got a size 10 in their backside.
Do you want to go ahead and show them the extra bond?
Oh,
So when we talk about it, it's not like Jane's Bond. It's truly an actual product that you would use, okay?
Yes, all natural too.
Yep, non-toxic.
So anyways, the milk paint is for people with allergies or low tolerance for, you know, having sensitive
Careful that.
skin and stuff like that, you know.
So it's baby safe, mama safe, pet safe, you name it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start drying this part just a little bit right now. So guys, I did not prime it. I put the milk paint right on it. If I really wanted to make sure the milk paint's going to adhere, then I would use that product called the Extra Bond, and I'd mix that into my paint mixture at the very beginning like you saw me put it in, okay? And just make that part of the process. But in this case, I'm putting it straight on because I'm hoping and I'm wishing and I'm praying that we're going to see some chippiness, okay? So, and I have a feeling we're going to.
Wait, why is it always the lonely guys that are the ones that have issues with things? Seriously.
Lonely guys?
Yeah. You need to go out and get a significant other to make you miserable.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Is this life coaching with Sarge Miller?
Yeah.
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 Well,
Joseph just wants to come in and create problems.
Oh, it's okay.
Because he's sad.
Oh, it's okay. That's okay.
The color is a mix of two colors. It's our Irish Eyes Green and our Mossy Green in milk paint. That's another great thing about the milk paint, is you can mix up the paint colors into about any shade you would like.
Yeah. So if you want pink, do red and white. You know what I mean? If you want an aqua color, just pick 2 shades and go for it. You know what I mean? To be able to make your color. Purple, red, and blue, you know? So all you do is you pick, you know, so if you wanted to do a test, you could get 2 colors that you know makes the color that you want.
Christy,
and then just size it to, you know, what you need.
Christy and Colette, we didn't use any extra bond in this piece.
No, we are going for the chippy look. It's one of the
You missed the back half of the leg, somebody said.
Oh, where's it too?
Back left.
Back?
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, I did, look at that. Thank you. Who was that?
It was Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie, for having great eyesight. That's why I have you guys here, right? I tell you, there's always something I miss. Like, seriously, it never fails. Usually Matt tells me, but thanks, Debbie.
Josh King, you just messed up Good Antique. You just messed up your face.
Oh, my. See, that's the thing, right? Like, okay, so...
Josh King wouldn't have bought this piece anyway because it was broken.
Would anybody have taken it home?
Yeah, he wouldn't have taken it home.
Yeah. So we're going to make it beautiful for somebody to appreciate it. It's okay. You know, it's been at the thrift store for a while, but we got it. We got it. We're going to make it beautiful.
Usually you want to sand. We didn't sand because we're doing experimentation. It's $16 a bag.
Yep. So
is my order still in the back of your car, Matt? No, Linda, it's not. I promise it's not. Yeah. What's funny is people come on that are negative. They know they're going to get made fun of. Maybe they just like being embarrassed.
I don't know. They might.
They might.
I'm pretty sure there's like private groups for that, isn't there?
Yeah, I think you can pay to have that done professionally.
Or we could, yeah.
I've seen that on TV, or we can do that as a group thing, you know?
We could, you know, you should start charging for that.
Yeah,
you should totally start charging for that, right?
Yeah, everybody should just, if they want to get, like, if they like humiliated.
You get roasted, yeah.
Yeah, if they like to be humiliated, you guys feel free to do the humiliating.
There you go.
There you go. So.
By the way, you Mr. Man of Mystery.
Extra bond. How much is the extra bond?
Go right over and show them. It's right over there. Everything.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm pretty sure it's 16.
It's 16 as well.
Yep.
Remember, if you just want to paint it...
It goes a long way.
It goes a long way. If you just want to paint it here, like a chalky style paint, use our Junk Monkey Original. If you're looking for more of a classic look here and more all natural, food grade, all that happiness, then you're going to want the milkshake.
All right, who's ready for the second coat? Who is ready for the second coat? All right, I'm going to do that just to kind of like brighten it up a little bit. So far, I got to tell you, that even though it's shiny and shellacky as this piece was, it's gone in to give it that beautiful flat, like dead flat matte finish, right? The stuff that you'd see on old furniture, not shiny. So far so good. I'm going to go ahead and add a second one. But look over here. I'm starting to see some, I think I'm starting to see some chippiness start to happen as it starts to do its thing. Right. So we're going to do a second coat. So I'm going to do that right now. Did you want to go ahead and tell them about sharing? Sharing is caring?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, let's go. So we're on night 4. Is it night 4?
I think so.
Only 15
we need a calendar. I don't know. Yeah.
And remember, every night somebody is going to get a Junk Monkey mystery gift. The gift of mystery.
There you go.
So, share this and write that you shared it below. And I will pick a random name to receive the night number 4 Junk Monkey mystery gift. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm just going to splash a little bit more. I put a little bit more water into my milk paint. So like I said, the longer it sits around, the thicker it gets. So you can keep doing that just to keep adjusting it, right? So you always basically make up as much milk paint as you need at that time for your project or when you're working on it. So right now, I'm not going to mix an entire gallon of it, right? Because you just saw I've only got 4 tablespoons going on in here, right? Yeah. So mix up as you need it. I think it will stand in the refrigerator. I've tried it like in 24 hours, but like I say, do it like for that day that you need the paint. It's not, because it's all natural and it does contain milk solids. You don't want to have this stuff sitting around after you've mixed it up. So just make enough for what you need and just seal the packet, fold it down.
After you use the bond, can you still distress? Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's just, if you just kind of want to do a light distress, you sure can. Yep, sandpaper will take it right off. But when chippiness actually happens, a lot of it will happen by itself. Like if you saw last night and the last few nights we've been doing it, just as it dries, it just starts this chemical reaction where it's so natural, it just peels right off, right? So there's parts where it grabs, parts where it doesn't. So the extra bond helps it stick on, and then without it, it's just, let's just see what happens. It's like a surprise. It's called the unpredictable paint. Loving that. Loving that. So fun. So anyway, it doesn't take long to complete a piece, right? I mean, you can totally give new love to a piece in a short period of time. Love that. Oh my gosh. See how nice that brown goes with that green? Isn't that beautiful?
Awesome.
Guys, wait till I wax it. Can you imagine? So beautiful. And fill in these circles. I bet you with the actual insert, if the insert didn't get broken, it would have been a very beautiful piece.
Yeah, the glass was broken too, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, all the wood pieces made it up.
We're not going to paint the inside.
Nope. I'm going to play it up. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to balance the inside with the chippiness of the outside. And that's what we're going to do.
Once it dries, we're going to seal it.
Yeah, I'll show you how we seal.
Yep.
And I'm going to give you a tip on how to antique it, and I'll show you what I mean when I do that as well. So if you're a furniture painter, if you just want to make stuff beautiful for your home.
Oh, don't send us to Shark Tank. Sonia,
oh, I love Shark Tank.
Like Shark Tank.
Who's your favorite person on Shark Tank?
My favorite person is Mr. Wonderful.
I do like Mr. Wonderful.
I like Mr. Wonderful, and I like Barbara.
Yeah. I like her too, right?
Mark Cuban's full of crap. He's scared.
I listen to a podcast.
He's scared.
He's smart.
But he always needs somebody to go in with him.
I don't know. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. On the show, he does wait a little bit, doesn't he?
I mean, he's a Pittsburgh guy, and I love my hometown, but you know what, Mark? Show some huevos.
You're funny. All right,
when you wax, does it make the paint chip? No, it seals it in.
I'll show you what we're going to do with the waxing. All right, I got to let this part dry, right? So let's just go ahead and put that on.
Tess says, I wonder how it got broken. It was in a shop. Somebody obviously...
I don't know. If it happened where it happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you use polyacrylic over the milk paint? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can, absolutely. Yep. My favorite polyacrylic to use is by Minwax. It's called polyacrylic. It's actually a clear water base, so gone are the days of having to use things that are oil based that turn your thing, yellow over time, right? So I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah, mark I'm sorry, Nikki. The wax is an all natural wax. There's no smell to it. It's actually food grade.
Yep. Kitchen safe.
It's kitchen safe. It's everything safe. some people just wanted that option. We had a lot of customers come in looking for that option, and we did that. Where's Mr. Pickles?
Mr. Pickles, do you want to show Mr. Pickles on the wall?
Pickles is in his cage.
Yes, yes.
For the night.
I'm so glad Matt finally let me get a monkey.
Yes. Yeah. Knowing your track record with plants and the number of animals we already have at home.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I'm right.
Who else sees the cutest animals on, like, you know,
and
the
just
viral
stops
videos?
to pick them
like
up.
Goats in pajamas and stuff like that. And you're like, I want to bring them home. Now I need a baby goat.
And
now
she
I need
does.
a baby goat.
She brings them home.
Listen, I see the cutest stuff on Facebook. I'm going to tell you right now. But yeah, they are a lot of work, aren't they, guys?
Tess said, I saw a little fat kid at one of the fleetiques down the road. He made me nervous. I bet he broke it.
Oh my god! Oh my god, my god, my god.
Well, here, Tess, this is a little secret. When I was that age, I was a little fat kid.
Are you really pulling out?
I was. I liked my food. I was like Augustus on Willy Wonka.
Alright, we're drying it up, guys. And then we're going to go ahead and start to work on the piece in the front. So here's kind of what I'm doing in my mind and how I prioritize, okay? I'm rushing the paint to dry right now. You do not need a heat gun to make this happen. But I'm using a heat gun. Just bear in mind it heats up to 1200 degrees. It sucks all the moisture. It will actually take your paint off and bubble it if you leave it there for too long and really peel it off for you. We don't want that to happen, right? So you kind of have to keep doing a dance if you're using a heat gun. But you can get them for, like, honestly, 20, 30 bucks.
So,
but real quick, I'm going to focus on this area right here, work on putting an insert in here, and then while that's happening, the rest of it can continue to dry, right? And then we'll go in and do some distressing and antiquing. Sound good?
Okay, yeah.
That's the plan?
Okay, a couple questions.
Yes.
No, we didn't get the foot of snow from Kalamazoo, but it was 60 degrees yesterday. I woke up this morning to 2 inches of snow on the ground. Junk Monkey Paint Original is $10.75 a pint. Milkshake is $16, and the extra bond is $16. So if I have a piece of raw wood, do I need anything special? Actually, no. Actually, milk paint is what you prefer to use on a piece of raw wood. How much paint did it take you to do this? How much paint did you use?
4 tablespoons of milk paint powder.
4 tablespoons of milk paint powder and the equal of...
and the other half is made up with water.
Yeah, okay.
What she said?
How long should you let dry if you don't use a heat gun?
Just until it's dry. You'll see it in person because it starts to take on a lighter sort of look. And then what happens is we use the wax to revive it and bring it back. Right?
That is Pickles the monkey. That is Petunia the monkey. Petunia? Pickles.
Alright, I just want to get this area dry.
Patricia. Just keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear about your AC in Florida. Alright. I want to work around the center, so I especially want to get this done, right? The cool thing with milk paint is that, you know, it is unpredictable, and it can just give you all kinds of looks to your piece that you never know. I'm not even going to worry about that because I'm going to distress it. You're doing that to me.
Yep. I just don't want to put another brush of paint on there because I know I'm going to distress it anyhow, okay? So it'll go away.
You did that on purpose.
No! Why would I do that? I would never, ever do that to my husband. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's let that finish drying on its own, okay? So yes, heat gun, you could definitely rush if you need to. I'm kind of speeding up the process like this because number one, I'm going chippy with it, so it's easy for me to fix mistakes if I keep the heat gun on too long. I just distress over that, right? But if you're going for a completely good look, don't use your heat gun. Let it dry naturally.
If you do you need the bond if you're putting paint on raw wood? No. Yep, and actually, it can, depending on how you use it, it can be used like a stain. So you can get a light staining effect on the wood
So
as
when we
well.
talk about going ahead and mixing up your paint, you're just going to add more water, so it's a very thin, runny consistency, right?
That's if you want the stain look.
Yes, then have to put it over your wood. Yeah. And what happens is, the cool thing about milk paint is, while paint actually generally covers up your wood pores, you can manipulate a milk paint with a lot of water, so it just acts as a stain, so that way if you still want to see the wood grain, you can do that. So if you're that person that loves it, right? By the way, when I talk about the Klingon brush, I'm done with painting right now, right? So what I would do is water, and I put my brush into this, okay? And so I'm going to fill it up with a little bit more, just so it kind of goes up to the very top. But I actually don't have to clean this brush, so it's self-cleaning. So what will happen is, if I come back tomorrow to paint it, what happens is all the paint just falls off. It doesn't get caught up in the actual, like the top part of the brush. And then I'm just going to do a few shakes and it'll all come right off, all right? But I don't have to do that right now. I'm just going to let it soak. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Bienvenue, right. John from Montreal.
Ah, bonjour. Je m'appelle Sonia. Comment ça va? Yeah.
Wow,
all right, let's go ahead.
That was.
What?
That took me back to high school French class.
Comment ça va? Yeah, absolutely.
The way you said it, though.
Ça va bien.
The way you kind of said, if you were a guy, that would have been really creepy.
Je viens du Canada. Yeah. I'm from Canada. All right, now I live in Pennsylvania. All right, so let's go ahead and put this stuff on here. Chicken wire, right? So can you see all the splits that have happened, right? We don't care. That's okay. We still love it anyhow. So this is where you go, my friends, to Tractor Supply.
Oh, see you, Kelly. Kelly has to go.
See you, girl. So this is where you go to Tractor Supply, and you don't come home with, like, you know, I don't know, chicks and stuff like that. Instead, you go and you get yourself some good old chicken wire,
it's
right?
It's about time for them to have the Easter chicks.
What's that? Yeah, right. I love the store.
And the ducks.
I know, they're so cute. They're so cute. So anyway, it comes in a big old pile like this, okay? This will be enough craft projects for you for probably a good old year, if not more, all right? So
Tim says it's roll up the rim time at Tim's.
No way! The biggest thing I ever won, I think, was like maybe a free cup of coffee, all right?
You worked at Tim's for a while.
I did. I remember that way back in the day. Dang. All right, let's see here. Let's put this on. I'm going to get it as
cameraman
as
assist.
Possible. Okay, we're good.
Oh.
You're good. You're good. You can pull back. You're fine. All right, there we go. So, here's what I'm doing, my friends. Here's what I did before, so you didn't have to see me and Matt sitting on the floor trying to maneuver this. And
poking me in the eye with the chicken wire.
Matt getting poked in the eye with the chicken wire,
yes.
Okay? So put it on the floor. Make sure you wear shoes, because remember, if you're snipping off wire, you don't want the wire in the bottom of your feet, right? So, yeah. So, I mean, it's wire, right? You might even want to wear gloves. But get yourself some wire cutters.
Says I need a pickle tattoo. No, I don't need a pickles tattoo.
Too funny.
No.
I didn't see a customer that came in and she showed me that she has a monkey tattoo with a paintbrush.
Oh, yeah. I did see
that was
that.
Beth, yeah. All right, so say, for example, this is a piece that I cut off. If you have wire snippers, don't use scissors or anything like that. It's really easy. Let me get my finger out of there. It's really easy. It just snips, right?
Leave your finger in there.
Thanks. I know you love me when you say things like that. All right, snip. All right, there you go, right? Yeah. So it's easy to be able to cut a piece of wire for a window, for a frame, for whatever you want to craft with. Just get yourself some wire cutters and you're good to go, okay? This piece here, I'll probably keep this and put it in the back of a frame because I'm a reuser, that sort of thing. Not a user. Reuser. Too. That's the important thing, right?
Yeah, Martha, that I would say yes usually, but we were like 70s and 80s kids, so...
What's that?
What's eye protection?
What's eye protection? Yeah. Man,
I grew up
from rusty.
I grew up in Fayette County, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were no such thing as eye protection or helmets.
Used to ride in the back of the pickup truck.
Yes.
Yep. Who remembers? Who remembers all those lovely things, right?
Tess said her husband used to manage at Tractor Supply.
Oh, yeah?
He often officiated at the funerals for the chicks that didn't make it.
Oh, no. That would be so sad. That would make me so sad. All right, I'm going to try to get this in place with a staple. Let me see here. Get my hand in the right place.
Here we go.
All right, so here's what you do. Don't get gigantic staples, okay? Because you see how wide this door is? You don't want your staples coming out the front end, okay? So number one, get yourself a stapler. It does not have to be electric, man. Those things are scary. Let me just be honest with you. I like my manual one, okay? Not afraid of a little bit of elbow grease. This is just made by Stanley, heavy duty. I think I got these for all of $15 at Walmart. I have a couple in my collection. and they work just fine, all right? So I'm going to go ahead now. Remember that just put a staple in place till you get it at least, because you can manipulate the wire. Yeah. You can be a manipulator if you want.
I got to say hi to Lori Scott. I'm sure she's having shimmer withdrawals right now. No shimmer this time around, Lori.
All right, there we go.
Though I just said that, so Sonia probably just got ideas.
Yes. Put that on the calendar.
How did you get the glass out? We didn't. Somebody broke it.
You want to show them the...
Yeah, somebody broke the insert and glass out of it.
Yeah, you can show them the piece
I
of it.
did.
Well, it's probably somebody new.
Yeah.
They probably don't believe us. Like, no, you're just painting that. You bursted that out yourself so that, you know what I mean, you can paint it. Nope, $25 fine. Nobody would take her home, but you know what? We love her, right?
Yep.
So I get my wire in place first. Remember, you can stretch it, right?
We need to like have a theme song like the A-Team.
Yeah.
They're the only things standing between pieces in the burn pile.
All right. Yeah. We're here to save the furniture.
That's right.
We need
if
capes.
You can find them.
We need capes with monkeys.
Yeah, call the junk monkeys.
Why don't we just get a team of monkeys? The team of monkeys would just go ahead and save the furniture.
Yeah.
What, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not into that?
No.
So just know that you can manipulate your wire to get it where you want it to go, right?
Shimmer the wire with stencil.
There you go.
Lori, you have a problem.
Lori loves her shimmer, okay?
Yeah, she does.
She loves it when we craft a shimmer. For anybody who don't know Lori, she's awesome, and she gives us lots of great inspiration and encouragement to use shimmer in our projects.
That's right.
We love her. All right, there we go.
I think Linda's asleep on me. She disappeared there.
She disappeared. Where'd she go?
I don't know.
All right, what do you think, guys?
She
I
might
can play
still
with
be
this some
mad
more. We can definitely play with this one. So you get it in place, and know that you can get this wherever you want it to go, right? So I'll play around with this a little bit more. Yes, yes.
And then when you're done, you can trim it up. You can use a Dremel tool to smooth out the little edges on it, the old clippy clips.
Yep. So like right here, I need to like take my time to go all the way around, and what will happen is I can pull it tighter. So you get your first layer of staples in first, and then I can really like stretch it and get it where I need to be, right?
Dennis Johnson, why are you guys putting on chicken wire there? Because we can, Dennis.
Oh my God.
We can.
No, I don't know. I just feel like it, Dennis. I just feel like it, Dennis.
Time to switch to decaf, Dennis.
Come on, Dennis.
Yeah.
Come for the I don't know what. What would you call it? Come for the furniture, stay for the ideas.
Stay for the insults.
All right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So anyway, I'm going to play with this just to get it. But can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Do you like it? Send me hearts if you like it, right?
Linda said never mad, just broken heart. Oh, Linda.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Man.
I don't know if I can deal on it with that, Linda. We might have to reevaluate our relationship here. So.
All right, never miss another comment. All right, there we go, guys. I'm loving it so far, okay? So now I'm going to do some chip it action with it. What do you think? This would totally be a piece that somebody would have in their house as a statement piece, right? What would you store in yours? I mean, would you use it in the bathroom, put your towels into it? You know, what would you do with it? So you can see, even though as shiny as this was...
I put my wife in it when she got mad when she made me mad.
Like I said,
and she goes silent.
You gotta go home with me later. I'm gonna tell you, this really... Okay, we got some chippiness going on.
Yeah, I got some chippiness.
Good.
Hippie. Yeah, I guess you could use it like a pie chest. I mean, it's not...
What would they use it for?
Well, you could use it for anything.
No, I'm asking how our friends would use it for.
I don't know.
Where would they use it in their house?
Pantry in the kitchen. Rooster collection.
Oh, God, yes.
Perfect for the dining room.
Right?
Linens.
I mean, it held
Linen
up
cover.
really good. Let's go ahead and take some.
Jelly cabinet. Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, because it involves food, right?
Yes. Monkey cage. There you go, Lori. That's what I was getting at.
Jump in, Matt. Jump in.
Used as a pantry. Yes.
See how nice that looks? Do you want to show them what I did there?
Charcuterie ovals.
Do you want to see them? I want to see them over here. So So even though I put paint on the hardware, do you see what I was going after?
Yeah.
I want a little bit of paint to stay on, a little bit of paint to come off, right? So if I'm doing an overall distressed look, to have a bright piece of shiny hardware would look a little out of sorts, right?
Donna, hey Matt, do you ever let us see your face? Nope.
He's a man of mystery.
I don't want to give you nightmares.
He is a man, international man of mystery.
Secret squirrel. I store my dog stuff in it. Blankets, food, clothes.
Oh, good idea.
You're too organized. Our pets just run the house.
They're probably home right now, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
couch potatoes.
Yeah. Well, we got
Watching
one.
TV, right?
Our youngest one, she's got this attitude. After about 6 years, she decided that she's going to sit on the bottom of the steps and cry until we come get her.
Yes.
Even though she's not allowed
Yes.
up there.
I'm switching out for a sand pad that I haven't used, so I start fresh here. So I use coarse grit sand pads. If you want the same ones that I have, just go to junkmonkeypaint.com and you'll find them in the store. Okay, guys?
Everybody's saying put something in the yovels, roosters.
Well, you just wait and you'll see what I'm going to do with them. I got plans, people. I got plans.
Your brother's on.
Hey, Mark. How are ya?
You talk about man of mystery.
I need to sand that door just a little bit.
He is a man of mystery.
Nice.
Go to the store, then you'll see. Don't tell them, Nancy. What are you doing to me, Nancy? I thought we had an agreement. He's too hot for the camera. Got that right.
Don't encourage him, guys.
Are you painting the chicken wire? No, we're not.
You know what? But I'm going to leave it
can
as
if
is.
you want.
Yeah, you can spray paint it, right? So if you have a section and you want it to be, let's just say, for example, you want it red, like fire engine red. You could paint that first. Even get a can of spray paint, like gloss red, so it sticks on really good and really vibrant, because you've got a lot of area that you would need to paint, right? So you could totally lay this down, spray it with red, put it in here. Think about how beautiful that would look, guys, with a little bit of even if it wasn't all over spray, but just in a little bit of the areas, you'd have like that sort of tarnished red, some of the silver coming through. Who likes that idea?
Yeah, somebody said.
Oh, look at this chippiness, guys, look.
Linda said put mercury mirrors on there. That'd be cool, yes.
You see that? That's what I love to see. Chippiness.
And let me see.
Yes, so
I'm like Charlie on
easy.
Charlie's Angels. Just a lot less money.
There you go.
And without a team of assassin women.
Yeah. I don't think you could handle a team of assassin women.
No, I'm not on the store site. I'm at the store.
There you go. What do you think, guys? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like it? Okay, we gotta do some finishing to it now, right? So here's where I could go as much as I want with the distressing. Of course, I've got to do the sides as well.
Yeah.
Is it picking up and showing them what's going down?
It is.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Okay, so you can do as much as you want with that. Maybe I'll just do a little bit more in the circles.
Well, if you don't like the chipping, you don't have to chip it.
Nope.
You don't have to. We're going with a specific look.
I am going for
Tracy,
more of a
I
rustic
am.
look.
I announced it earlier. We are having the mystery gift tonight.
Yeah, tell them again.
So share and then post share if you shared.
Okay. Yep.
Margie said, wouldn't that look great in my kitchen?
Done.
Yes, it
You
would.
can have
Come
Margie.
get it. It'd be super cheap
Message
for
me
you.
at junkmonkeypaint.com.
Yes,
We'll
Margie.
finish, take a picture, whoever wants it, first come, first serve.
Yep.
We are doing 20 projects in 20 days, okay? I just don't have enough space to keep all the babies, so I am happy to find a home for somebody who wants to adopt all the babies.
We're a little
okay?
bit space challenged right now.
Yes, yes, yes. But I never want to have the lack of space hold me back from coming on and giving you guys great ideas for inspiration and stuff, right? So somebody needs to adopt the baby so I can bring the new baby in and get it all ready for somebody's home. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some waxing of ceiling. So here's the deal. Could I poly this? Yes. Could I wax
See,
this?
your parents
Yes.
share.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
They don't get anything. They just get to have the privilege of you as a daughter and me as a son-in-law.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
there you
enough,
go.
right?
I'm sure your father's blood pressure just went through the roof
You're
right
so
now.
lucky.
Yes.
So you guys, you could poly or you could wax these pieces. It's totally up to you, okay?
Yes.
And whether you're using our original chalky style paint or whether you're using the actual milkshake milk paint, the all natural line, it still doesn't make a difference, all right? So here's the choices that you kind of think to yourself, all right? Number one, do I want to use something that's completely all natural? If so, you would want to go with the new Monkey Shine, Shiny Honey, right? That you would put on your piece. It basically, you buff it in, it goes into the wood pores. So if you're somebody who is like,
hi Damon.
Hey Damon, how are you, buddy? So if you want to finish a piece and you don't want those brush marks, right? The brush strokes that you can get sometimes, go ahead and use a wax. Because what happens with a wax is it actually goes into your piece. Therefore, there is no brush marks because everything's all inside doing its seal, right? Yeah. Now, if you have a piece that's high traffic, like think tabletops and things like that, things that get a lot of use, that's when you want to think about using a poly because you're going to give more of a protection to your piece, right? It's going to have lots of things moving and scratching, bookshelves, all those sorts of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and seal with our Monkey Shine wax. It's a clear wax, okay? And stay tuned. I'll show you how you can jazz it up and do some pretty special effects as well, all right? So let's go ahead. You ready? So
where are you going?
I'm going here. Are you coming with me?
I don't know.
All right, let's go ahead. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right.
En français, s'il vous plaît.
Merci beaucoup. All right, so we are going to go ahead and put the wax on the piece. These brushes, everything, junkmonkeypaint.com if you want the same
we're going to
things.
show you how to color the wax.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, so.
All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to buff it in. So what's happening right now, do you see that beautiful green coming to life, okay? So you kind of go in circles, not kind of. I would do as much in circles as you can because that way you're really getting it into all the wood pores in different directions, all right?
Hi, Damon. Everybody knows Damon.
Yeah, it's Damon, bud, from our Deco Exchange.
Yep. So.
What are you up to tonight, Damon? Are you making any wreaths?
Oh, my buddy from Williamsburg is back on again.
What do you guys think? See, this is the part. Now, we're not done when you do this part with waxing. I'm going to show you a part that a lot of people miss. So don't be that person that, you know, if you hate wax, one of the reasons is because it kind of piles or makes your piece feel a little bit weird. I'll show you how to combat that in just a second.
It's so
weird. I really like that, right? Can you guys see the difference?
Yeah, they can see the difference.
Can you see the difference?
Yeah, your parents got really quiet on here.
What's that? You probably scared them.
Yeah, I'm sure the last thing your father was expecting was a
shout out.
Son-in-law farm boy, Yankee farm boy.
All right, there we go. My brother's still on here, and Jolene.
I think they are. I think they are.
See, wonderful world of Facebook. This is when you get to meet up and see everybody.
Yep.
So I am loving this, guys. Who would have gone? Oh, look at the chippiness. There you go. I must have missed that part when I went ahead. Love it.
You get all weird and crazy about the chippy.
I know. I love the chippiness, right? Yep. That's the thing about milk paint. The chalky style paint that we do does not do this, right? You got to distress it. Milk paint is all natural, and that's how you get that authentic old piece, except it's not lead paint that's chipping. It's all natural, safe paint. I'm going to go ahead and go over here. Do you guys like the chicken wire that we added here? Any other ideas on what you would have done for the center piece here to make up for the broken pieces? What would you have done?
Me, myself?
Well, my people, our friends.
Well, I wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Yeah. You were like, what? I got to come help you load this up. So I don't have, my friends, a very light hobby, okay?
Can you use this wax on any of your antique furniture?
Yes, you can. You can even use it for those, dare I say, who are against painting a piece of furniture. Our all-natural soft wax will actually revive a piece, right? Yeah. What did I miss? Anything good?
Damon said he can still promote Junk Monkey.
Yay! There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Have fun, Damon.
Yes.
Damon's mom is going to do a bit of some Junk Monkey shopping, and I think she has plans. Damon doesn't even know what she's going to do yet. But let me just tell you, this is the morning. When
your
you
mom
start
and dad
to paint,
said still here we are having a little delay.
no worries. But yeah, when you start to paint, you can't stop, right? Because you just see how awesome it is to give new life to old stuff, the stuff that people walk by because it's broken. And you
punched in for safe. Yeah, punched in for pie safe.
That would be beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. I mean, if you want it, you could put like.
You could put mosaic sheets. Yeah.
Think about even. Somebody just give me an idea. Like even like when somebody said jelly, what they call it, a jelly pantry.
Yeah.
You could even put like some really cool vintage fabric in here if you want to hang a curtain, right? You could just do something as simple as that.
Yeah, could use some lace from an old tablecloth.
Lace would be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Love that idea.
How do you not keep all of your projects? Because we'd have no place to live. That's why.
In the beginning, I did. I decorated my home, and then when I got to the point where
I couldn't watch TV in my living room because there was furniture in my room.
Because I would be painting in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Stained glass would be awesome. Yes.
Stained glass would be beautiful.
Who's the famous Damon? If you don't know, you need to find out. You need to find out, Natalie. Sonia's milk paint brings all the girls to the yard. Oh my God!
What's
I just lost it.
What? What?
Lori said Sonia's milk paint brings all the girls to the yard.
Yeah, my milkshake brings all the girls to the yard.
No. No,
please. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right. Brilliant. Okay. We weren't thinking about that when we called it the milkshake, but I'm telling you, that's if anybody would write a jingle, that would be something that we could use. All right, so here's the deal, guys. I have wax with the monkey shine, with the brush. You saw it. The paint revived. It comes to life, right? So it's amazeballs. All right, let me go ahead and grab something. Show what?
So it's just us now.
No, I'm right here, dude. I didn't leave yet.
I was talking to the audience.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing now. No, you're back. I can't.
Were you going to talk about me?
Well, I was, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
So, guys, what I'm doing right now is I am using a buff cloth, okay?
Yeah.
And when I say it's a buff cloth like none other, I'm actually telling you the truth. One of the reasons why I moved away from waxing is because when I first started with waxing, I didn't like the way it would bunch up and blob up. It actually made me feel really weird in the head because I did not realize that a lot of waxes have solvents in it. Ours is completely natural, non-toxic, okay? We had our friend Natalie on here. She shined her boots with it this week, okay? So I love when I saw that photo. So just know you can do that, right? But one of the reasons why it bunches up or it seems like it feels like really weird is because nobody's taking the time to actually, once you put the wax on, to get any of the top excess of the wax off, okay? And then it's the cloth that you're using, okay? So you can use like torn up sheets and things like that, but it's so smooth that when you wipe, it's really not wiping anything off, that excess that sits on the top of your furniture. These are cloth that we have in our store at junkmonkeypaint.com. I keep saying that because I know everybody's gonna ask me and I get messages. That this is a cloth, it's actually a trademark cloth and it's called Better Than Cheesecloth, okay? It's made for the perfect consistency for somebody who paints furniture and wants to wax, okay? And then what happens is you go back over all the area that you just went ahead and that you buffed with wax to get any of that top coat that might be left on the top that didn't get pushed down into the wood pores off. And when you feel it, it is the most amazing. Milk paint's pretty cool because it goes silky smooth, but you get a beautiful, beautiful finish.
The milk paint powder is, you just go 1 part milk paint powder to 1 part water.
Yep.
And then you mix to, if you want a custom color, you just mix, you know, think back the art class of mixing colors, and that's basically how you do that.
You got it.
Right.
So now I'm polishing my piece. When I do that as well, if there's any more pieces that chip, it'll just fall off. But I love the inconsistency, the beautiful. I mean, you cannot mimic old furniture like you can with milk paint. I'm going to be honest with you.
So your parents are giving shout outs now.
Oh.
To Steffi Walsh up in Fleur-de-Lis.
Steffi! Oh my gosh, yes!
She's in Fleur-de-Lis.
Absolutely.
So,
hopefully you and Will are doing good.
So, anyways.
We're a big old family back in Newfoundland.
I know you is.
See?
So Linda said you could use it to shine your hubby's bald head.
Yes.
Linda, I don't have that problem. I got long, luscious locks.
Funny stuff.
So, anyways. How long do you, shipments usually take PA to Ohio? Well, we say...
usually to ship it takes... The post office usually to Ohio will probably be 1 to 2 days.
1 to 2 days.
But then on our hand, we always say everything we do is handmade, hand poured, literally hand packed. So we're a specialty paint shop. We always say we are not Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So give it like a week to get your paint. You know what I mean? Like give it 7 to 10 business days. Get your piece spend that week getting ready. Like map out, okay, what pieces am I going to do? And that way, and then you also get a tracking number that comes so you can follow it. And that way you know where it is, okay?
Yeah.
So that way you're always in the know. Whew, what a workout. So I've got to do the bottom down here, of course. Can you guys see I have not waxed that piece yet. Can you is it picking up on the camera how
Not really.
light this green is compared to up here?
No.
It's just a shade lighter because it hasn't been revived, right? It
It's
doesn't look
tiny,
as
tiny.
beautiful as this.
Yeah.
So I love it. All right, who's ready for my next trip? My next trip.
Is the
It
cloth
says trip.
reusable? Yes.
Yes, you can wash it.
Yeah. Do you have to wax periodically? Yes. I mean, that's just the nature of wax.
I went over time, just every now and then, because just like basically when you wax, it goes into the wood pores. So heat.
Are you going to show them the
Yeah,
magic?
I am. I just need to get a drink of water.
No,
'Cause I've
you don't
said
get no
a
water.
lot
You need
of
to go
stuff
now.
here.
You
I've
know-
said a lot of stuff, right? We've said
You know,
lots of things.
People are like waiting for the finish. So, anyways.
Dance, monkey, dance.
This color is a mix between mossy green and Irish eyes.
Or smiling.
Milk pink.
All right, so
Are you
here.
coming out with turquoise and milk pink? The sea glass is kind of a dark turquoise.
Okay, I'll tell you a secret.
Yep.
We're going to continue to add all kinds of fun colors, like pre-made colors
Yeah,
to our
left the
milk
cat out of the
paint.
bag.
So you've heard it here first, right?
Your brother says
but in the
great
meantime,
job.
you can mix them together.
Yeah, your brother says great job, but your cameraman's crazy.
Ah, time to get a new one, huh, Mark? All right, Mark's my brother. You need to come down, Mark. We'll put you on cameraman duty,
Yeah,
okay?
you
We'll
can
see
be
how you do.
cameraman.
We'll
Yeah,
see how you
yeah.
do. All right, so here's the deal. I'm just going to pull up a plate. Where's my wax?
You
My
can
wax,
use
my wax.
polyacrylic with milk paint, yes.
All right, let me clean up my wax a little bit because I've got some green chippies in there. Let's try to get some of that out. Not that I really care because I'm going with the older style look. I'll
Okay.
probably add some patina
Right.
to it. All right, I'm looking for a little brush. So here's a quick tip, okay? Make sure you're sharing this video with somebody in your life that wants to make some beautiful furniture in their home beautiful, or that just wants some paint tips because you know what? Maybe you have, I don't know, a flea teak. Maybe you have an antique store. God forbid I just said painting antiques.
I got a couple questions to
Yeah.
answer.
Yes.
Yes, you can use polyacrylic with the milk paint.
Yep,
And
you sure can.
pink. If you want pink milk paint, you can mix the red
and white.
with the white. And
Okay.
you'll have red.
So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit. I've just got plastic spoons.
That looks like a bug.
What's that? Seriously, only you would see that. All right, so you see that, guys? I've taken a little bit of my clear wax, okay? It just dries clear, and I'm putting this on my plate. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Now, you guys know that we have all the different colors of the milk paint. Show them real fast. So that, let's take them over
I
here real
just
fast.
bent down.
Come on, you can do it.
You
Come on,
didn't
you
hear
can
my
do it.
knees crack?
I know. Come on, keep them well greased. Don't trip up in that.
I just did.
Yeah. Okay, so before I show you this tip, I just want you to know that you can do what I'm about to do in any of these colors that we have, okay? Or you can, like we talked about, custom combining, okay? So there you go. You're from everything from wild salmon to black to brown to whatever you want, make your combo, okay? Now come back over to the work table and I'll show you an awesome tip that will save you money and know that you don't have to have every single... Did you trip again?
I did.
Oh, what are we going to do with you? All right, so here's the deal.
Here we go.
So one of the colors that you saw over there is called brown moose, okay? Because yes, I'm from Canada, from Newfoundland. Who's seen a moose before, okay? Who's seen a moose? Not as an M-O-U-S-S-E. M-O... How do you spell moose? M-O-O-S-E. Think for a second. Not M-O-U-S-S-E. All right.
Actually, the wax is good for all, natural.
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
Yeah,
so here's the cool thing, right? Okay, have you guys ever heard of things that, you know, that you put dust in the crevices to dark, all that
Antiquing
sort of
dust?
stuff, or you have to buy waxes of various colors,
The
all
stuff
that
that I
sort of
didn't want to spend
stuff.
for?
Yeah, right, like lots of money
stuff that
because you
was
want
too
every color.
expensive?
Think about every color we have over there. All you have to do is use our milk paint color pigments to add it to your clear wax, and guess what's going to happen, guys? Okay, take a guess. What do you think is going to
I
happen?
need a little more than that.
When I add, well, hang on now, I'm not done yet. What do you think is going to happen when I add
I think they're singing.
to the wax? You.
I'm feeling surly.
You are!
Yeah.
So yeah, so I put a little bit, well, I put a lot on there. I can keep blending this in if I want. So the more I put in, the darker it's going to get. So if you want a black wax, get a bag of the black soot with the clear wax, right? And then go ahead and put it down here and do your mix up, okay? Yeah, got it? So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Remember, it's wax, all right? So it's not going to set up fast. I have plenty of time to work with it. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take a brush. Remember how I talked to you in the last few nights? You guys make fun of me, I know. But I have my stash
box
of all kinds.
everywhere
the reason
I'm
why,
trying to work.
Look,
It
tiny
always
ones.
there.
We got tiny ones. Right? So we got bigger ones. We can like use flat ones, whatever we want. So I'm just going to pick one. Maybe I'll use like this size right here, okay? So something that would look like this unused, all right?
Yeah.
Like a half an inch, an inch.
Yeah.
And now I can go over, and remember, I don't have the rush with this because it's not going to set up before I get it done.
Oh, Linda, don't you know it?
What?
She said, you are going to get it.
All right, so let's do some antiquing. Now, the reason why you do antiquing is why?
To make it look antique.
Okay, you get a star. Good job. So when you talk about the circles and stuff like that, antiquing happens to make a piece look old, and think about where the dirt would have settled, right? So you go ahead and with your brush, and you can put it in there where you want to put it. I would go black if you want it more dramatic. First of all, what I do is literally just put the wax on, just kind of slather it in the areas. I want to go ahead and do this. Give me some hearts if you just got an idea for something that you did not know that you could do this, because that makes me happy when you guys learn new stuff. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put it in there, and then what I can do is take my buff rag again and just like rub off as much as I want, right? So I can leave some in there. I can darken that area if I want. I can move it around because that wax is on top of the last wax that we did that buff in, and it gives me plenty of time. Like you see right here, it kind of carried over to this section, right? So I can wipe as much off as I want. I can add more to it if I want to darken it, and really just get that look, all right? So leave it where you want to leave it, and then just work your way around the piece, okay? So do you want to come back a little bit and we'll do some more?
I am.
Okay.
So,
We'll do some more over here.
So somebody is asking the difference between chalk and milk paint. Chalk paint is the muscles. Chalk paint will stick to anything, including people you do not like. Milk paint is all natural. It's baby safe, pet safe.
And it's unpredictable.
And it's unpredictable. It's the original natural paint.
Yeah.
And that's why we have the natural wax for people who are concerned with odors, or they're concerned with, if they're sensitive to things like that, or they just want to make sure that they have an all-natural home. You'd use the milk paint.
Yeah, exactly. So I can work my way around. I can honestly, I can darken any of these areas that I want to darken. I'm using the mousse, which is kind of like a medium brown. But know that if I went with a black, I would definitely see more of a dramatic look, because black shows up, right? It's the ultimate.
He asked if this would dry.
Yes. So what you're doing, yes, exactly. So you put it on, and then you do your wipe, so that colorant gets into the wood pores. Remember, wax goes into your wood pores, so put your wax on, and then buff it down so it's on there, all right? And it's on there good. There we go. I like it. So it just kind of gives a dirty sort of look to it, a little bit more of a grungy look. But if you want it to be darker, this is a very, very light, if you can see it. This is like a light brown. So if I use, for example, this is going over a green, but if I use this shade over a cream color or a yellow color, you're going to see it much more vibrant than if I put it over a bit more of a darker green color. So maybe I could go and I could put some black on if I really want it to even make it look, much more antique. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What can you mix milk paint with?
Like what? Like water?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we mix it with water. You can, Are you thinking of anything in particular? Because there's a lot of stuff I can mix it with.
Let's do a little bit. We got a little bit left in our thing, so I'm going to put a little bit on here just to kind of make that a little bit more.
Do you put anything
dirty
over the
around
wax?
there.
No, the wax is your seal.
The wax is your sealer. So you pick
Cindy.
what you want. Do you want to seal with a wax, or do you want to seal with a poly? Wax goes into your piece. It helps you avoid any brush marks. Poly just completely seals your piece in. It's a hardener. It goes into your wood, but it also creates a layer on top of it, right? So then the layer becomes the hardened sealer part, and that helps you with when you're trying to create pieces that you want more durability on, right?
So the question is, will the wax work on an outdoor paint for a front door?
Honestly, I would put more of a hardener type sealer on a front door. So I would encourage you to do your milk paint if you want to do that. If you want, especially if you want chippy. If you want something that's going to give you the muscles, you know what I mean, it's really going to stick on, use a chalky style paint that we have where you don't have the primer, sand, or strip. But at the end of the day, regardless of what you use, I would encourage you to use a sealer that has a hardener in with it.
Yeah.
That's going to set up in that way for protection.
If you're doing a table and you're using milk paint or any other kind of paint, we suggest polyacrylics for the sealant.
Yeah.
You can do it with wax, but we really suggest you use
for the long run. Yeah.
Yeah, for the long run, and just for cleanliness and everything else, we'd use a polyacrylic
Yep.
or polyurethane.
So if you're asking that question because one of the reasons is, well, if I want to go ahead and get this darkened look, guys, in our chalky paint line, we make antique glazes that are pre-made that works perfectly as well on our chalky style paint, okay? Or you can even use it on the milk paint if you want to do it that way as well. In this case, I'm showing you how to tint your wax to know that we sell the clear wax, but you can make any color of it that you want if you want to work with wax, right? But so for example, if you're going to do your front door, maybe you want to think about using our chalky style paint, using our glazes. We do a brown and a black as well for that matches well with that paint, and then from there you can go ahead and seal it with your
I got lots of questions. I'm going to try to get
fire
to.
as I finish it
Can
up.
you do the wax effect and then cover with poly? Yes.
That's what I'm talking. You can if you want to.
Yeah,
but
we actually
typically-
experimented with it the other day.
Yeah.
And it works.
I just kind of need you guys to know that you just need to pick one. You're going to seal with a wax or a poly. If you seal with a poly, use our antique glazes. Okay, let me see. There's one sitting over there.
Yeah.
I think I have one right now. If you go to our website at jugmonkeypaint.com, there's $6.95, okay? And you get half a pint that goes a long, long ways. So what you would do is you would paint your piece, use that, and then seal with your poly. If you're going to be sealing with a wax, just know that you can tint it and you don't have to buy the pre-made stuff that we do that will go match really nice with the chalky style paint.
So yes, you can seal over it, but we suggest using the antiquing glaze rather than the wax to do it. So, anyways, would chalk paint or milk paint be better for kitchen cabinets? Well, in that case, it's
Get my video.
yeah, get the video. We do chalk paint, but you can do milk paint, but you'd have to seal it. It's all in. That would be all in on your seal.
Just know that milk paint's all natural. It's unpredictable.
Yes.
If you're going with the chippy, rustic look, that could be an amazing effect for you. But if you want more of a paint that you're going to be able to control more, and you want more of all over coverage, or you want to distress just a little bit, but you're looking for more of a powerful paint, then you want to look at our chalky style paint. It's the original recipe. It's the sister to the milk paint. So just know that one is more hardy, one's more natural and just fragile, and you just never know what it's going to do, right?
Yeah. Question: I wanted to put chicken wire on a piece I have, but the glass that was in the piece was curved like a half circle.
Okay.
Would the chicken wire be good to curve out? Would it hold properly? You would just cut it. You would just cut it into a square and.
I mean, if it's not a big wide area,
Yeah.
you could manipulate this to stick wherever you
Yeah,
pretty much want it to
absolutely.
go. If you have a big wide area, of course, it's going to be harder to control. But if you have more of a smaller area, you could definitely give it.
Yeah, you could definitely cut a circle in it to it. You just have to make sure that you have, whether you're using staples or tack nails or stuff like that. You just have to make sure that they're sealed really well.
Cool. But I'm loving this.
All right, let me go through.
Let's go ahead.
Can
We'll pick
you
somebody who
use
shared the
chalk or
video.
milk paint
Thank you
on
for
old
sharing the
vinyl kitchen
love.
cabinets? Yes, you can use chalk paint on old vinyl kitchen cabinets.
Yes.
Yes.
I actually have a kitchen cabinet video, which I'm going to encourage you to get. It's over at junkmonkeypaint.com. The reason is I've been painting kitchen cabinets for the last 2 years. I painted 70 sets of kitchen cabinets, and I've learned a lot. So when I work on cabinets versus furniture, I do a different amount of prep. I use different products to prep with. It is an hour-and-a-half long video that shows you from beginning to end. It is very, very thorough, and I'm sure if there's people on here, because we've sold tons of them, that have seen that cabinets, you guys will know what I'm talking about, and you can say, yep, I've got it, I've seen it, it's awesome. And it will tell you everything that you need to be confident to do it.
Okay, Patricia Pacu. So use the glaze and then poly, not wax. You can use the glaze and wax over it if that's what you're doing. But if you're using poly, you can use the glaze with the poly.
Yeah.
You can use it with anything. We're just
Yeah, you typically wouldn't want to use wax with poly, right? So if you're trying to darken and you're planning to poly it for a harder finish, use our different style glaze. It's already pre-made and works perfect. It's water-based. It's not oil in terms of we're using right now the natural oils and the beeswax to be able to seal. So just go that direction.
Okay, would like to see us use the Chippy Hippie. If you go back and watch the first night of our 20 Days Live, we do use the Chippy Hippie, so you can see it there.
And we've got how many more
Will you be
days
doing
left?
some more chalk painting demos soon?
Heck yeah!
Yes.
Listen, right now we are doing 20 days of live experimenting with milk paint on all different surfaces so you guys get an idea. So when you guys ask me the difference between milk paint and a chalky style paint, you're able to see right before your eyes. We're doing 20 experiments. It's a paint a piece of furniture a day challenge for the next 20 days with our milk paint. So today we were on day 4. So this is our 4th project that we've done with it, and everyone turns out different, right? You just never know where you're going to see this. So if you're a lover of this, you're going to want to go with the chippy milk paint, right? But if you want more control over your paint, then go with our original recipe chalky style paint. But know that right now we're focused on this because it's new and you guys have so many questions. So there's nothing better than doing a visual demonstration so you can then know yourself what is the difference between the two, right?
Okay. Appreciate all the love and all
Can we
the
talk
great
for a
words.
moment right down here? Bring them down here.
No, I got one question.
Come on, I gotta show you. Okay, so when I talk about unpredictableness, guys, look. I want to go right up there and show them what that is. Okay, so this is what I'm saying.
Can you see?
Yeah. Can you see? Can you see this, right? You see this. What happens with milk paint? It chips. You just don't know where it's going to happen or where you're going to see it. And that's what keeps it making look really, really authentic, all right? So there you go. There's another example of, you know, using a milk paint versus a chalky style paint to see the sort of effects that it can do for you.
I don't know if I'll be able to get back up.
Really?
Anyways, I want to say hi to Dina. Dina said if I wanted you to paint a piece for me, would I transport it to you or do you make house calls?
I've been
right
doing
now,
that. Yeah, I've been doing that for the last 8 years, but I'm just so busy because all those boxes that you saw behind here, we ship every day all over this beautiful country. And so right now I don't have a lot of time. I take my time to paint pieces of furniture in front of the camera for you guys to give you lots of help and free inspiration. But so right now I am not available to do custom pieces. But feel free to, you know, kind of stay connected. And if I do have any openings, I'll be sure to post it.
Well, Dina's
on
one of our
Facebook.
regulars, so she'll be able.
Then she'll connect with us. Yep.
Once you wax it, does it stop chipping? Yes. Yes.
Yep, it seals it in, right? It gives it the moisture, pulls it down in. But you let it do its chippiness first.
Any possible way to cover large scratches on cherry stain particle board? I've tried everything. They have these wax sticks. I don't know if you tried that at Lowe's. If you go there, they look like crowns. Or you can use some wood filler and then fill it in and sand it off.
Oh, look at this. Chippiness. Paint chippiness.
Okay, now you look like look like Austin Members Gold Power peeling the skin.
I love gold!
Oh, that should keep. I'll get my skin box.
Yeah. Oh, gross. All right. Announce a winner, please. Somebody who stayed on with us. Somebody who's here for the long haul and deserves a gift from us.
Our winner tonight is Lisa Joyle.
Lisa!
Lisa
oh my gosh,
Joyle.
I know Lisa. Lisa's in Montreal. Yes, I know Lisa.
Okay.
Heck yeah. She's been one of our followers. I know her. Yeah.
Okay, Lisa Joyle.
Well, I don't know her, but I know her because she's on my page here. I've seen her. Yes, thank you for the support,
Lisa, I need you to answer up here. Come on, Lisa.
Hopefully she's still here. Maybe she got bored and left.
Lisa, no, I saw her not too long ago. Lisa, oh, there she is.
Yay!
Lisa, you know what to do. Email us at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com.
And I'm pretty sure Lisa's in Canada, if I'm not crazy, which I might be. But I'm pretty sure she is. And the cool thing is now that our chippy style milkshake paint is able to jump the border, right? So that's really cool.
Hey,
so
Gayleen, email us your information at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. We will send you something to New Zealand.
Love it. All right, we're going to pop off of here. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tag somebody who just needs some furniture painting tips to make their life a whole lot better. Know that they do not have to go out and buy new furniture. You can just paint what you got, right? Paint what God gave you. So there you go. All right, so we will be back on again tomorrow, probably around the same time-ish. If you want to make sure you're subscribed to our notifications, as soon as we're done here, click Junk Monkey Paint Company here on Facebook, click message, and send us a message live or hashtag live to be automatically subscribed, okay? So that we do
thanks, Bridget.
And one other thing, I keep forgetting to tell you guys, because I get lots of messages about tutorials. I've done tons of tutorials, guys, like tons of tutorials. Lots of them. I don't even know.
On YouTube.
We're over, there's over 100 on YouTube right now. So if you find us on YouTube at Junk Monkey Paint Company, hit subscribe, and then what happens is all the tutorials that we do gets uploaded like a big old library over there. And then when you need help, like this one here will probably be tagged like, create your own tinted wax or something like that. So that way when you need help about things like that, you can go over, you can search, and you can find it, and I'll be here with my brush in hand and saying, this is what we do. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye. hang on.